What's up, SB Nation? You know, you're not supposed to repeat rumors, but we're going to talk about them today. Here to tell us all about the NBA Eastern Conference rumor mill is our resident expert, Andrew Sharp. Sharpie, what's up?
What's going on? How you doing, Aaron?
I am very well, and I'm eager to hear about all the juicy stuff you have to tell us, so give it to me.
Oh my God, it's so crazy. It's just insane over here. No, it's actually not that crazy this year, and it's kind of disappointing. It's kind of a bummer.
Okay, you deflated me, but continue.
Yeah, I'm sorry to disappoint you. I mean, like last week there were some Rondo rumors with Rajon Rondo in Boston, and the Celtics were talking about maybe giving him away, but that didn't really make much sense, and it's sort of quieted down since then.
Yeah, well, he had that ridiculous game that was like a hexagonal double. He had the 18 points, 17 rebounds, 20 assists. You cannot trade that away, and he's a bargain too, right?
Oh yeah, it was perfect. Because I mean, it's like the sky is always falling in Boston, and there's every 6 months there's a Rondo rumor or some sort of Danny Ainge is going to trade Garnett or something like that, and the Rondo stuff makes no sense because he is probably the most affordable superstar in the NBA.
He's like the Angelina Jolie of the NBA rumor world. Every day there's another story, right?
Yeah, well, either him or Dwight Howard.
Right, so I was going to say, what about that big dude down there in Florida?
Yeah, old Dwight. He's been at the center of this stuff since the summer. And so it's kind of anticlimactic that it's not going to happen, but I don't think the Magic are going to trade him before the deadline because they don't really need to because they can trade him this summer and still get all the offers that are there now, and I think they're going to wait it out this year.
Yeah, I mean, he's averaging 20 and 15 a game. I mean, you can't really argue with that, right?
That's the thing. I was kind of expecting him to half-ass it more, to really force his way out of there, but he's playing well, and the Magic are playing pretty well. They're not gonna win a title this year, but they're gonna make the playoffs. It comes down to the Magic are playing chicken right now with Dwight. It's sort of like they can offer him more money than anyone this summer, and so they're gonna wait it out and not trade him, even if he wants to go, and they're basically gonna dare him to say, listen, if you want to leave, you're going to have to leave $15 million on the table.
Hey, thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate it, Sharpie.
Yeah, it's been great.
Moving on over to the left coast, let's see what rumors are circulating there. Here to discuss the NBA Western Conference rumor mill, we bring you Ben Golliver of BlazersEdge.com. What is up, Ben?
Not too much, Aaron. How's it going?
Very well, thank you. So let's get right into it. Since you are the Blazers expert, what's going on with them in this Western Conference?
Well, they're clearly one of the biggest underachievers in the NBA, if not the single biggest underachiever, and they've got all sorts of locker room issues going on. Guys not really fitting comfortably into their roles, struggling with their playing time, with their shots. They haven't been producing wins on the court. They're in the middle of a really tough 7-game road trip. And I think all those factors have added up to making a lot of the players on the Blazers available, whether you look at a guy like Jamal Crawford, who they signed in December. He's now trade eligible. A number of teams were looking at him back in December, and I think that they're now contacting the Blazers looking to express that interest. Point guard Raymond Felton's been another big disappointment. I think the Blazers would certainly be looking to move him. He's already had a public back and forth with Coach Nate McMillan. Blazers don't like that kind of thing. I think the real question with him is what's his trade value, but he certainly is another guy who could be on the block.
All right, well, it sounds like Portland is certainly in a seller's market. What about the buyers? Teams like the Clips, the Lakers, even the Timberwolves. Tell us what's going on there.
Yeah, you hit it. I mean, I think that there are a lot of buyers in the Western Conference right now simply because it's so wide open. You look at the Thunder, they're a clear favorite in terms of record right now, but people aren't seeing them as invincible. I mean, they're not sort of like maybe the Miami Heat or the Chicago Bulls in the East. People are thinking, hey, we can go take a run at OKC. So I think that leads teams like the Clippers, who lost to Chauncey Billups, they may look to plug that hole at 2 guard. The Lakers, they may try to shake things up. They've got a trade exception. Maybe they could take on a little bit of salary here short term, try to improve at the point guard position. You look at the Minnesota Timberwolves. They have a real weakness at the 2. They're playing Luke Ridnour out of position. It's not really working quite how they wanted to. They've been playing great basketball overall, though. I think that they may say, hey, this is a good time to tool up. We haven't made a playoff run in a long time. Let's fill that spot. Let's get a more natural two-guard in there, and we can make some noise in the playoffs, sort of like the Memphis Grizzlies did last year. So I think that's why you're going to see a lot of action in this Western Conference, maybe compared to the East. I think there are going to be a lot of teams who say, hey, let's take a run at it.
A very opinionated and informed man. Thank you so much for being with us.
Hey, anytime, Aaron. Take care.
Appreciate it. You too. We'll see you soon, I'm sure. And remember, guys, subscribe to SB Nation for more of this good stuff, and tell us, who do you think is in the mix in this rumor mill? And do you agree with our experts? Do you not? We want to hear from you. We're on Twitter. We're waiting. See you later.